Hello and welcome to another Python interview practice problem on LeetCode. This one is the number of 1 bits problem. And this one's pretty simple if you remember how binary works. So let's binary is a base 2 number system. And so let's take a base 10 number system, for example, right? When you divide it by 10, everything moves over 1 position, right? Well, that applies also to the binary. So base 2 means that this position is 2 to the 0 power, which is 1. This position represents 2. This position represents 4. And this position represents 8. So the 2 to the 0 position, the 2 to the 4 position, and the 2 to the, I'm sorry, not the 2 to the 4, but the 2 to the second power position and the 2 to the third power position, we're going to have 1 plus 4 plus 8. So we have 13, right? So then when we divide that by 2, or before that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our weight and we're going to add to it the 13 modulus 2. So what that's going to tell us is, does 2 divide evenly into it? If 2 does not divide evenly into it, then it's an odd number. If it's an odd number, that means the 1 bit is set, right? So we're going to then divide it, and then we're going to have this all move over 1. So then we have the number 6, all right? And again, we'll divide that by 2. But after but this time, before we do that, we're going to add 6, 2. And so again, the modulus is the remainder operator. If we divide 2 into 6, what's our remainder? There's no remainder because it's an even number, right? So we add nothing to the weight there. So then the number just moves over, but it doesn't add anything to the weight. So far, the weight is still just equal to 1, right? Weight equals 1. And then when we divide by 2, then we get the number just, I'm sorry, 3. The number 3. And we would divide that by 2, and it's an odd number, so we'd add 1 to the weight, right? And then we'd just have the number 1, and we divide we do the modulus operator on that, and we add that to the weight. So ultimately, our Hamming weight would be 3, which is the number of bits that are set. So implementing this is pretty simple. We just start with the weight equals 0, and while the number still exists, because once we divide it enough times, it's going to be 0, we're going to say weight plus equals n modulus 2. And then we're going to integer divide 2 from n. So n is going to equal then what n divided by 2 would be rounded down, because it's an integer division. And then we return weight. And let's see how that, and there you go. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.